dial caliper is another precision device which has 3 different capabilities that a micrometer doesn't have. A micrometer can only measure the outside gap, the outside distance of an item. A micrometer, a vernier caliper, this is a dial caliper, can measure with this top part here, the inside diameter or the inside gap. These jaws are used for the outside gap, and many of them have a way of measuring depth. And sometimes you'll see shoes attached to them exactly for measuring, for more accurate depth measurements. So to measure an inside diameter, these jaws, and it has a rotating device. First to use it, we want to make sure that our jaws are clean, and usually do that with a soft rag. Bring it to 0, and then there's a dial, a little set screw here you can unloosen and bring the dial to 0. So you set the device to 0. Then if we're going to measure the inside diameter of this hole, we can bring that in there, and again you have to rotate it around in a hole to make sure you have the whole diameter span. And I have the measurement. Now I can read it, and there's a lock here. This device here will tighten up and lock it down so you can pull it away and read it. So this reading is from this line here across. We read 1,000, 2,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and it's past 400,000, but not all the way to the 500,000 mark. So this would read 0.4 and then 20. So this dial, each division of this dial is 1/1000th of an inch. So this needle is pointing exactly at 20. So we add that to the 400,000s, 0.420. So that's the whole size there. Let's try this gauge here, which this gauge block has been precisionally made to 0.350. We'll put this in this part of the device, which it measures outside diameter. I have to loosen up the hold, put tension on it with the thumb wheel, and then you can read. It measures 100,000s, 200,000s, 300,000s plus 50, which is what we expected because this gauge block is a 0.350 gauge block. Now, one other thing that this micrometer can do, this vernier caliper can do, and actually, again, a dial caliper, is to measure depth. So let's say that we wanted to know how deep this hole is. We can stand this up on the hole and rotate it down until we feel a stoppage, and that'll give us a reading of how deep that hole is, because this probe is going down and stopping on as it bottoms out. So we can measure this again. Tighten down and look at the vernier. Again, it's reading 100,000s, 200,000s, 300,000s, past 400,000s, and about 12,000s past that. So this reading would be 0.412. This gauge does not go out to 10,000ths of an inch, but some of them will. And again, these can be purchased with digital readout, which reads out exactly the measurement, or they can be completely vernier, in which you get all the readings off of vernier. This is one step in between. It has the thousandths reading up to each rotation of this dial is 100,000th of an inch, so each division is 1,000th of an inch, and this is the in-between measurement type.